Good evening, Northern Michigan. We're here at the beds this evening, and of course, Justin Morgan from Morgan Composting is back with us. Justin, last year you helped us out a lot trying to do what you could to make the beds better, but you did notice a couple things that were a problem, right?
Yeah, so anytime you're building a raised bed, make sure you typically want to go all the way down the ground. A lot of people try to put a false bottom in there, and they use like a plastic lining. And what happens if you do that, you water it and the water just sits in that soil and it gets waterlogged, and a lot of the plants don't like having wet feet.
And that's something that we had last year. It was a false bottom, but at the same time, we had holes in it, but it wasn't draining that well. So we took out that false bottom. It's all dirt right now, and looking at that topsoil blend, right?
Yeah, it's topsoil blend. We took it right down to the ground, and topsoil blend has 70% topsoil, 20% dairy dew, 10% Michigan peat. So it's a nice soft blend to put it in the bottom. It has some nutrient in there if the plants do get that low.
All right, now we're getting ready to put on the 301 blend here, but we need to put down like newspaper or something, right, to help the weeds, stop them?
Yep, so topsoil blend will not will have weeds in it, but the Pro Vegetable 301 is weed free. So if we put a barrier down there like newspaper or a fabric, you know, the pros and cons are if no barrier, you don't know where that weed line is. If you put a newspaper down there, it'll help break that down and you'll kind of keep them separate. If you don't want to use newspaper, you can use the fabric, but sometimes as the plants grow and get deep, they'll grab onto that fabric and they get their roots intertwined with that fabric, and it's hard to pull them out.
All right, one key thing is that no one gets sick from the ink from the paper, right?
No, I mean that's ink on the paper. It's a preference. Totally up to the homeowner. If they choose to use it, that's up to them. If they don't want to use anything, that's up to them too.
All right, so Justin, what makes the 301 such a great blend to put on here?
So this mix was designed for greenhouse growers. There's dairy dew already mixed in there, the right amount of dairy dew. There's worm castings in here. We have a worm farm at the Sears location.
Right.
That's already mixed in there, and then we bring minerals in from Utah, and then we also bring them in from Canada to make sure we put the taste back into what a tomato used to be, like great-grandpa used to grow.
So Justin, that's all it is, just putting down in there?
Yeah, fill it. I like to recommend at least 8 inches of the Pro Vegetable 301 to make sure that's what the root zone of the plant, whatever you choose to plant as far as vegetables want.
Now obviously it's pretty light, it's flying around right here. You got to water, right?
Yeah, put some water on it as you do it to help it from flying around if it's a windy day. And then make sure when you water the top of it, you dig down and make sure that moisture is going into the bottom too, where that root zone is going to be.
All right, perfect. And so our vegetable bed's ready to go.
It's ready to go. Plug and play.
All right, vegetables, one part of what people like to do in the summer, you know, flowers or something else. We all love flowers too. We'll be talking about how to make them better next week.